Hello.
Hi.
Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you.
How are you? So good to meet you.
Yes, you as well. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, very excited to have you on today. So we'll give a minute for our friends to pop on, but I see all of you coming in. So hello, Patricia. Hello, Grace.
Hi, guys.
Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Kathleen. So welcome, everybody. My name is Teri Lightsey. I'm from Decoupage Queen. This is Decoupage Queen's Creative Hour, and we are excited today. For the first time, we have Lisa from Crazy Mom Creations. We'll have to figure out, I can kind of get the gist of the name, but we'll talk about that. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. So as you can see, if you guys take just a few minutes, if you see right here where my name is, hi, Vicky. Hi, Lisa. So while Lisa's doing some crafting, it threw me off seeing Lisa's name and then calling you Lisa. While Lisa's crafting, I try not to interrupt her as much as possible, but we do want to acknowledge that you're here. So hello, Pam and Joanne. So if you take a look, we pop your name up on the screen, and that's just our way of saying hello. We see you. But please rest assured, if you do have any questions, I will absolutely read them off to Lisa. And then also, I know most of you are used to watching Lisa in portrait mode. So if you're wondering today why she's tiny, it's because she's on Decoupage Queen's Creative Hour and we film in landscape. So if you would like to turn your device, then it will fill up the screen. But that's why she's little today, because I always say we like to do things difficult here and, and do all the challenges. So we have her turn her phone. So she had to, I always giggle because every time I have on someone new, they do the push and shove. And Lisa was like, oh no, what is here? So also at the end of Creative Hour, Decoupage Queen always gives away a goodie bag full of Decoupage Queen rice papers. All you have to do is make sure you're following Crazy Mom Creations, which I'll put the link in right here. And then you also need to make sure you're following Decoupage Queen. When you have done those two things, you just tell me that you've done so. I'll put your name in the wheel. And once Lisa's done today creating, then we will spin that wheel and pick a winner. So if you're ready, Lisa, I'll turn the screen over to you.
Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to try to bring my camera down. Hello, everybody that popped on. I saw a bunch of my friends coming in. Thank you guys all for being here. I might have to adjust that in a moment. We'll see.
No problem.
I think we're okay there, but you guys
looks great.
So I'm not 100% sure even which papers we're using. I know we're going to use this one.
That's one of my favorites, by the way. First Bloom.
First Bloom, yes.
Yes.
I did show all the papers the other night on a live, and everyone unanimously loved that one. So then there's this one.
Hand-painted Harlequin diamonds, right? Yep.
Yeah. This one I don't think we're going to use, but it's gorgeous.
Oh, yes. The hand-painted butterfly. Yes. So those last two are Dainty and the Queen. So that is our collaboration. Oh, another favorite. You picked good ones.
I know. They're all good. It was so hard to pick. So this one I don't think we're going to use, but we may. I really want to use it, but I don't know if we're going to. So we're definitely going to use these two. And I'm going to try something new. If you guys are not new to me, you know that that's kind of what I like to do. I like to put myself out there and try new things and see how it works.
I love that.
I have never worked a cigar box, so we're going to do a cigar box today. I did already give it a base coat of white. I used some chalk paint, okay? And this is the lid. So I may have to play around with this and sand it up a bit later because I noticed when I took it off, it was having a little bit of a hard time getting in, and it wasn't the paint because before I painted it. So we'll see, but I think for now we'll be good to go. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put a piece of this dainty butterfly on the top. It's so hard to pick which piece of it to use because the whole print is gorgeous. So let me just take a look for a moment and see what I want to use. It's beautiful though. As soon as I saw this one, I fell in love with it.
Yes, I have used that a few times. It's one of my favorites. And like you say, there's many favorites, but yeah, that one by far. As soon as that one came out, so that came out with our last year's spring release, and I just went, oh yes, yes, yes.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of straighten the edge here. We're not going to do the whole water pen. We're going to cover the edges of most of this with some gems and some fancy pieces, so we don't have to get like a certain look on the edge. So I'm not going to water pen it and try and get it to look nice. That would have just been a little bit more stress, I think. And I was prepared to handle today. So I'm going to try and just cut it with a scissor, the good old-fashioned way. I do want to try and save as much of this as I can because we may end up putting some pieces on the rest of the surface, maybe on the back of the box or on other places where we need to fill in. We'll see. We're just going to see how it goes, and I'm going to try and get it as complete as I can. But hopefully you guys will get enough of the gist of where I'm going when we're finished to see what we want to do.
So tell me a little bit about yourself and how often, first of all, how often do you do lives, and do you have a set time or?
So when I started doing my lives, well, first of all, I have two children. I have a 5-year-old and a 15-year-old.
Okay.
And I work full time. I do physical therapy in the home. So I visit my patients at their house. So I have a really busy life. And my schedule used to be Sundays at 7 and then one evening a week. There was no set day. But life has gotten crazy. So I try to come on. I am a member of Craft Round the Clock. So once a week during the week, I do a live for them. There's no set day for that. And I do want to get back into my Sunday schedule. However, I think from now through the fall, it's going to be a Saturday or a Friday because my 15-year-old is a baseball player. And
crazy schedules.
Yes, and he plays spring, summer, and fall ball. So I'm pretty much like done.
Gotcha.
My Sundays are pretty much taken. And that's okay. I love watching him play. I'm a baseball mom for sure.
So just a couple of things. How do you get these rice papers? So I'm going to pop in a link for you right here. This is how you can find a retailer near you. Sorry, I can't talk. All you have to do is put in your zip code, and then it'll find a retailer near you, whether it be a brick and mortar or online. And then also the reason why you can't see Lisa's head today is because she just has her camera pointed down. She's in landscape mode because she's on Decoupage Queen's creative hour. So we do our filming in landscape, but she's there. I promise.
I'm here, you guys. And then at the end, I think I'll pop on full screen. So you'll see me. I promise it's me. Don't get worried. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do the iron technique, obviously, with these. I don't know. Do you have a preferred method, Teri?
So I do both ways. I usually only do the iron when I'm using textile, but I have done it, you know, uh, on just whatever I'm using as well. Just a tip, you do want to make sure your paper is very, very dry when you're doing that. And but they work great. What I do find though is like if I'm doing it on, let's just say, a canvas or a cigar box,
Oh, yeah.
if you have a little air bubble,
Or surge.
I I do heat it to get it down. Oh, did you?
Hang on.
Gotta love it. It's alive, Lisa. It's gonna, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen when you're live.
It's gonna happen, right?
Of course. So hello everybody. Hello Fiona. Hello Sandy. No, you cannot download our prints. Our prints are not downloadables. We have a very high quality rice paper that we bring in from Italy. But no downloadables.
Too many things plugged in.
Well, like I said, it's got to happen. Something's got to happen when you're live, especially when it's when you're live with someone new and you just hope nothing goes wrong.
If something could go wrong, it will. I think we're gonna try for the other sides. We're gonna try to not use the iron method because I would like to try the paper without the iron and see which way I like that. So we'll give it a try without the iron for the next portion when we use the diamonds.
So tell me, Crazy Mom Creations. I mean, I'm assuming true to the name, just craziness going on, huh?
Yeah, the story behind my page name is actually that my husband chose it for me.
Okay.
Yeah, back when the pandemic started, I was furloughed from work.
Okay.
And so I was looking for something to do. And so I started a basket company. And that's how Crazy Mom Creations got started, as a basket company.
Oh, wow.
And, because people couldn't go out, they weren't going to stores. And so I would make baskets for everybody. And then it just turned into my crafting page.
Now, when you say baskets, like what kind of baskets are we talking about?
Any kind. So it started around Easter time. No, my first baskets were Valentine's. So I made little Valentine baskets, and then I did Easter baskets, and then I did Mother's Day, and then I did graduation. all
that. So I was thinking you made the actual baskets, but you're talking like you put the arrangements and everything together for whatever is happening, whatever event or whatnot.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a great idea. That's beautiful.
Okay, so that's going to be our lid. And again, these sides are going inside that box, so we don't have to worry about those. I will probably hit this. I haven't decided. We'll either dazzle that or we'll do some gold. We'll use our rub and buff there. But we'll see when we get closer to the end which route we want to go. So I'm going to set this to the side.
Everybody's saying that it's beautiful.
Thanks,
and
Jack.
Elizabeth Kuna says, yep. It makes a fun live when things happen. It does make it something.
That's never happened to me on a live. I apologize. It did happen once when I have a crafty friend in the community, and we do a lot of late night FaceTiming together and just bouncing ideas off each other, and we'll craft a little bit together sometimes. And it did happen one time when I was chatting with her on the phone, but it's never happened since. This on the sides because I kind of like it here on the side. Okay. What do you guys think?
I love that.
Okay, it's
so
beautiful.
Pam is asking, what is the best method for decoupaging?
As far as like how to get the paper down, Pam, is that what you mean? Like Teri said, I don't know. I kind of feel like it depends on what you're putting down and how you want it to look. If I don't care if there's wrinkles on something, then I just put the medium down that I'm going to use to adhere it, and then I just put the paper or the napkin right down, and that works. If you want it to not have any wrinkles at all, I think that's where the iron comes in. Is that right, Teri? Is that where you would?
It does help. So your wrinkles it helps when you're putting down your paper, if when you're laying it down, you kind of mind, the way the paper's laying. What I do is I like to use a felt squeegee, which kind of, helps push it down, but you're more than, if I've seen people use like a ball of saran wrap or put their hand in a sandwich baggie or something like that, just to help it lay. But sometimes wrinkles are inevitable. But one thing about the rice paper is, you embrace it, number one, but number two, you don't get many, especially with our rice paper. The quality of the rice paper, you don't get many, if any at all. So Suzanne says it's very pretty. I'm inspired to do a cigar box, maybe a patriotic one, Lisa.
Patriotics are my favorite. Is that
Ye-
Suzanne? My Suzanne? I can't see
Yes,
comments.
Suzanne
Yeah.
McDougal. Excuse me.
Yep. Yes, definitely. And you've just inspired me now. Patriotic crafting is my favorite, Teri. So
I actually heard you talking about that. I watched you doing the butterfly.
okay.
Just I guess maybe a couple nights ago.
Yep.
Yeah, I watched your replay of you doing that butterfly, and I heard you mention that. So
All right. So we're gonna try out this little piece of saran wrap here.
yeah, see, and it just, just it helps when you're pushing. I don't know. Some people just can use their hand. I find sometimes, well, I might have paint on my hands, I might have water on my hands. If nature, if you have like, sweaty hands, sometimes it goes reverse. So that's why I like the felt squeegee, or like that, the saran wrap, or sandwich bag, something like that.
It worked pretty well though. I
Yeah.
don't, and you guys could probably not tell, but there's no wrinkles there
No.
whatsoever.
So Jill Humphrey is from the UK. We love Jill. She's one of our friends, and she said she loved your patriotic butterfly and started following you after your live on Craft Around the Clock.
Oh, thank you so much. I probably should have cut this, so don't be a Lisa.
No, Lois. So there is a fake Decoupage Queen account out there.
Is there?
Yes, there is, unfortunately. And unfortunately, it has my face and one of the gals that I was doing a live with, that it happened last year. So yeah, so no, this is the link that you will need to find a retailer near you. So I just popped that in there for you, Lois. But yeah, so you don't, if there's a picture of me on the Decoupage Queen site, the header, that's the fake one. I don't know. We've reported it quite a few times. I don't know why it hasn't been taken down, and you know how that is.
I have a copycat page too.
Yeah, see, isn't it? Gosh, it's so.
It's really upsetting, but I just realized it can't so much hurt you. I mean, it can, but not so much. I think they're more looking to harm, people that might
The followers. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just be careful, you guys.
Yeah, I think that page only has a couple hundred followers as well, so that one is definitely the wrong one. Of course, Della.
Yes, my copycat page only has 9 followers.
Yeah, see? Mm-hmm.
But my husband is funny. When we found the page, he went there and he got himself in trouble with FB because he was like commenting under all of their posts.
Oh, about them being fake?
Well, no, he was just saying some really unpleasant things.
Oh.
And
he was sticking up for his
wife. So
yeah, it just, it's just awful. I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, the things that FB goes after, and it's like, well, can we get a little help on these things?
And meanwhile, I have reported that page like 50 times.
Exactly. Same here. We've done that as well. We reported it as because actually they created that page the day that that gal and I were going live, and everybody was confused. We were confused. We didn't even know what was going on, and yeah, it was bad.
It's terrible.
So, Benet is saying, I'm going to decorate a metal toolbox with printed papers and other fun stuff. What do I use? E6000 or Mod Podge? Mod Podge. I always say Mod Podge.
What are you putting on it, Benet? Like, what are you trying to put down?
She says, decorate with printed papers and other fun stuff. Yeah, so I'm not sure if she's asking what to use for the printed rice paper, maybe. I'm not sure. Looks great, Lisa. Stephanie Orr says, hi, beautiful friend.
Hi, beautiful. How are you? I don't think I got this straight.
Oh, Pam says, I'm new to crafting and my first craft was decoupaging.
There you go. How are you, Pam? Trying to get this as straight as I can. So, Teri, is there a medium beside the regular Mod Podge that you prefer?
Yes. So, we actually are the only retailer in the US for print art. So my medium of choice is Decoupage Varnish and Glue Matte by Print Art.
Okay, I have to give that a try.
You'll fall in love. It's got the best consistency. It really is perfect.
What grade paper, sandpaper do you recommend? I know I've heard you say there's a certain grade that.
Yeah, so when you're doing this, I always use a very fine grit. So I usually don't use anything lower than a 280. My preferred is a 400. So and there's a couple of different reasons for that. When you're using a really coarse grit sandpaper, it tugs the paper and sometimes pulls too much, and then also it sands your base behind underneath it. So when you're using a finer grit, it literally does not do any damage to your base underneath. So yeah, so the finer the better, but usually I grab, my favorite is the 320 and the 400.
Yeah, I'm using one that's way too coarse, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, again, personal preference. They both will work. So Benet is answering you saying, printing out pics of my grandson through, I think she means printing out pics of my grandson for graduation and making a toolbox memory box. Oh, how cool.
I mean, if you're printing them on regular like paper, not photo paper, probably the Mod Podge is fine. But if you're embellishing, like you're adding embellishments, maybe the E6000 is good for the embellishments.
I agree.
Depends on what you're putting down.
So we have a couple of questions asking where we are both from. So I'm in the Central Valley in California. And Lisa?
I am on Long Island in New York.
New York. Did you feel the earthquake?
I did not, but I have to tell you, I think I'm like the only person on Long Island that didn't feel it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everybody felt it. People said their china cabinets were shaking.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't feel it. My husband texted me and he said, "Did you feel that?" And I said, "Feel what?" And then he told me. So I asked my little guy because we were still home, and I said, "Did you feel anything shake?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Okay, I'm not the only one."
That looks so good. I love that.
So, and that's going to be the top. So I think those two papers pair together pretty nicely.
Beautiful.
Okay, so now you have to keep me, it says we've been on 24 minutes. So is it 24 minutes after the hour, Teri?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So here's my dilemma. Now, I should have ordered a larger size of this because I'm not going to have enough to do the front and the back. So I had contemplated using that third paper, but I feel like that's going to be a little bit too much out of... Hang on, I'll show you. This one, I'm itching to use this, but I feel like it's going to be too much, too many different, you know, designs going on. What do you guys think? The other option is that, so if I put this in the front and in the back, and then we have that on the sides, or the other option I was thinking was to just paint the front and the back maybe a darker color, like a my Java, or like a brown, you know, or almost patina it. Like start with a dark base and then kind of patina it with a little bit of a lighter color, and then find an embellishment to put in the center here, like a butterfly to give it a 3D effect or something of that nature. What do you guys think? Should I try that other rice paper or go with just a solid on the sides?
Let her know. D&L Create. You missed the very beginning. Are all of your prints on rice paper only? Yes, they are.
Hi, Lynn.
So we have some saying don't use.
Yeah.
Patricia says that sounds nice. So I think what you were talking about with the painting. Pam says paint and use stencil on one side.
Would be great. I don't have any nice stencils. Like I would want to use, you know, I have words like farmhouse words, but those really wouldn't be appropriate for this craft. But that would be a great idea, Pam.
So Jill says solid with embellishments, but it seems like the consensus is solid.
Solid. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That paper, I really wanted to use it, but I was kind of like, I'm not sure. So I'm just taking the rub and buff here and I'm getting those edges, like I said, so that they won't be white. And so we do have some other embellishments to put on. I always get my my audience involved, Teri.
I do too. I actually, yeah, I love doing it. Sometimes they come up with some ideas that I didn't even think of. So I love it.
Yeah, me too. You know, I always like have some general idea of what I have available or I'd like to use, but I like when, you know, the people watching can get involved. And for the most part, I think they do too, right, guys? Okay.
So Kelly Cat says hello, nice to see you.
Hi, girl. How are you? Okay.
And then also, so Sheila Tegan says solid with molds would be nice. Pam says Lisa is very good at getting followers involved. I thought she was going to say flowers.
Funny. Yeah, I love it. I have received a message or two from people who had a different opinion, but you know, it's what I like to do. I like to have the people watching participate and feel like they're part of the craft. So,
right. So I'm going to say on behalf of Lisa, thank you for any stars that are being sent today. Stars do get credited to Lisa today. So thank you so much.
Okay, we got to hit that edge a little more.
And then, hi, Kathy. Kathy said she lost track of time, but I'm here. Love to be involved, Lois says, learning a lot.
Hi, Lois, if I didn't say hello. Okay, so I pretty much got all the white spots. I can touch that up later if I find some I missed. But so now when we put it on, I don't know if you can see, I keep getting a glare, but we just did like a nice gold trim around and the edges are gold.
What a beautiful touch, yeah.
So when it comes in and out of the box, it'll will have color. It won't be just white.
Okay, I'm going to let you guys know, those of you who are in the group, the Decoupage and Mixed Media Inspirations group, you will not be able to share from that group because it is private. So if you're in that group, you do not have a share button.
So I am going to do the whole trim now of the top. Again, this is just antique gold. I just realized the other day watching another creator that they make 2 different types of gold. But my Michaels only ever has this one, so I didn't know that.
Ah. Oh, congratulations, Miss Donna Sue. I didn't even know that. So Miss Donna Sue says she's getting married and she's been alone for 24 years, so she's getting married.
Congratulations. When is the big day?
And everybody says that they love that you get them involved. That's why they love watching you. And don't ever change that.
Thanks, you guys. I won't. I don't plan to. There's some times when I am set, like, I know. So by the way, this is what we started with all around the box. It was just that wood color. I didn't paint the inside because I wanted you guys to see where we had started, and then I painted it white, and now we've got some papers going. I will do, I think maybe I won't. I'm not too sure. I may leave it just the wood inside. I'm not sure. It depends on what I eventually do with this box, or if it goes to a new home, what that person wants. I'm sorry for that glare. I'm not sure where it's coming from. But you can see we did the edges there.
It's beautiful.
So do you guys think that this should be like solid gold? I kind of left some of the white showing. I felt like maybe it gave it,
that distressed look.
Yeah, but I could do it solid. Like up here is a little bit more solid. You guys let me know. That's an easy fix. All right, so this is what we've got so far. So I think
so Grace is saying love the inside natural and to leave it.
The natural, yeah, I kind of thought that. That's why last night when I was prepping this, I said, you know what, I'm gonna leave it. I'm just trying to find my embellishments because I moved everything and now I don't know where I put them.
Again, that is the way the little gnomes come and move things all over the place.
No, really. Oh, there they are. I was trying to get stuff away from here before because you could see a lot of the table. So I want everything to be in sight. All right. So what I did, and we can decide together. What I did was I took these gems, and I'll show you what they looked like before. This is what they look like before. They're really pretty. And you guys have seen me do this before a time or two. So I took them and I painted them a brown. And then some of them I put in a little bit of blue. You can see over here. Mm-hmm. And then the ones on this side, I just added the rub and buff too. So I'm not sure which color I like. I thought there was a little blue in this print here, but now that I'm looking, I don't see it. So we may just go with the brown and gold, but I'm going to try and put some of those around the edges. So that's why I said it didn't matter if we watercut the paper because we're going to put some of this on anyway. So let me get a piece and we'll see what looks best.
Good morning, Nikki Hunter.
Good morning, Nikki.
Okay, so we have plans for downloads. Sandy was curious about the process. Do you have plans for downloads for sublimation options? You just have to keep a lookout. Right now, we do not have any downloads. So Sheila Teagan says, I love the box and what you're doing with it.
Thank you, Sheila.
And then also, we have a lot of say they love the distressed look with the gold. So they're saying leave it that way.
Leave it distressed. Okay.
And DNL Create, I like the blue, looks kind of like a patina.
Yes. That's what I was thinking. So if I paint, you know, the fronts and the back, I was going to try to do a patina. So that might look really nice. So let me grab a piece that has a little bit of the blue. So guys, this is Rub and Buff on the top, the gold part. So when you apply it, after you apply it, if you you know, buff it out like this, it gives it a little extra shine. Let me plug it. Well, hang on.
Jane, the print looks like it may be blue gray question mark. I'm not sure. Are you talking about the hand painted diamond? They're not. There's no blue particularly in them.
The border of them all, it's a lighter color, and
Yeah.
it is almost like, that's why when I saw the blue on here, I was like, yeah, I
You
want to.
know when like some of the blacks, if they're not true blacks, they go to like that smoky charcoal color and it almost like reflects that blue haze. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I feel like that's what happens with some of the blacks when they're not that jet black, that they almost have that like that blue haze.
Yeah, it's kind of like a smoky
Uh-huh.
color. Yep.
So Grace Gutzler is saying, what is patina?
So patina, you could probably explain it better than me because I thought I knew what patina was. I always thought patina had to have that green, you know, like a copper rusted color,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't. So, all right, guys, my plant. Hang on one
Are
second.
you gonna put feeties?
I am.
Okay, that's my thing, but I love feeties.
Now, unfortunately, hang on. Okay, it'll be all right. It's going to be all right. There we go.
Oh, that one hugs the corner, right?
So it's going to go here.
Ah, beautiful.
But now that throws off my whole embellishment with these because I was planning to run this straight down, but maybe I could just run it to the top or not at all. What do you guys think? Let's see. Does it need it?
Ooh.
What do you think, you guys? Too much?
So everybody's saying love the feet, love the feet, love the corners. So do you think she should put the trim on or
It's pulled up my paper though.
Oh, it did take it up a little bit.
Yeah, it did. All right, let's get the feet on and then we'll decide. So these come with screws to screw in. I'm not going to screw them in right now. I'm just going to hot glue them. And
so it says, no, love them both. The trim looks great. Yes to the trim. Add trim, please. And then Catherine Coleman says, run it around the top.
Like around here? Yeah, I was thinking of that too.
Grace Gutzler says, trim, yes. Patricia Anderson says, no trim.
No trim.
Pam says, I'm thinking just feet. The trim will look good. Where did you get the feet? Says Suzanne McDougall and Lois.
You guys, I just put that foot on wrong. Who's in charge here today?
Deanna Runyon says trim between the feet.
At the
Fiona says feet and trim. Yeah, at the base. Like the trim when I saw it, says Lois. Love the trim, says Phyllis Campbell. The trim looked great, says Connie Cooper Herman. Sandy Yunkin says both.
I just wanted to get these feet on so you guys could see. see where my thought process is going anyway.
I love the feet.
We lost one.
Glenna Jump says both.
Both.
Mm-hmm.
Along the edges, though, you guys, where I had originally intended. I don't want it to clash with the feet, and I don't want it to take away from the feet either, because they're really pretty. Okay. And I will put the hardware in these so that they actually have a secure, you know, something secure.
Sides and top, says Deanna Runyon.
Sides and top.
Top. Mm-hmm. Love those little feeties. So yeah, I have a thing. I love, you know, when I go thrifting for silver trays, I love when they have the feet on them. And just from when my boys were little, I'd always say feeties. So that's something that I say all the time is feeties. And so those who watch me have they'll know, and they're feeties. Drusy. Hi, Drusy. Hope you're doing better today. Where are the feet from? Everybody wants to know where you bought the feet.
Those feet came from Temu. Okay. Let's put one on this side. I kind of like that. I think that was a good decision.
I do like that a lot. Oh, Grace says this would make a nice wedding gift.
It would. I don't know anybody other than our viewer in here getting married.
I know, Miss Donna Sue. Teresa Underhill says hello.
Hello, Teresa.
A girl named Kim and her crafts loves the feet and trim.
Thank you. How are you?
You two are worlds apart geographically. Oh, Miss Connie, are you talking about me and Lisa? See, I think that's beautiful.
You like that trim? Should I do a piece across the top, you guys? I feel like it's blank up there. What do you think?
Kellyanne's Craft says, I'm in charge, Lisa. I'm here now.
Yes. Hi, Kellyanne. Thank you for joining. I'm afraid to put it down and tear up my paper if we don't like it. What do you guys?
So, yeah, they're saying yes. So, Connie Harmon, yes. Deanna Runyon, yes.
I think so.
Grace Gutzler says yes. Yes, trim on top, says Lois. Suzanne, yes. Yep, I think it's a yes.
And what do we think about at the base? Piece down here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. This one's going to need more glue.
A girl named Kim and her craft says yes. Trim, never too much. Elizabeth Kuna says, I love this box, Lisa.
Thank you.
Lisa Siegel says, I think if you do the top, I think you have to do the bottom, in my opinion, she says.
Yes, I agree.
Yes to trim on top. Patricia Smith says no.
No, Patricia.
And then Connie says yes. Lois says yes. Grace says yes. And Debbie says yes.
We usually go with the majority.
Right.
Majority rules.
Isn't it the best though when it's right smack dab tied and you're going, well, great. Thanks, guys.
All right. How do we like that?
Yeah, I like that. What do you guys think?
So now we got to figure out, does this edge need any kind of trimming or leave that just painted? That's kind of why I didn't get too carried away with the painting up there. There's
So
just paint up there, so we can try and see. And I'm not worried. With the when we did it over the paper, I was concerned because if we changed our mind, it was pulling the paper up, and I didn't want to wreck it. I kind of think it needs that,
yes, I agree.
right?
Mhm. So yes, it needs a trim. Um Adorable. Everybody loves it so far. They think it's beautiful, gorgeous, love it.
Guys,
And then what do we have? Yes, trim on top. Yes, around the top also. Connie agrees with you. Love the trim up there. Elizabeth Kuna just says, I need the box. Lois Swerko says, no, just painted is beautiful. Fiona says, leave it just painted. Interior Jewel says, you can't make a mistake.
Hi, Lori.
Helen Buckley says, so pretty.
Thank you, guys.
Elizabeth says, I wish I had a box like this to make.
You know what? I've been getting these boxes from the smoke shop, you guys. So if you are ever in the vicinity of a smoke shop, just go in there. Ours sells them for $1. I paid $1 for this box.
Oh my goodness, that's a great deal.
And they only had one like this, but if I ever go in there and see another like this, Elizabeth, I will certainly pick it up for you. Elizabeth, actually, we found each other through my crafting page, but she lives like 5 minutes from me. Isn't that funny?
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
So, but yeah, if I see another one like this, otherwise I do have a bunch of the other type that have like the hinges, so I would be more than happy to.
Oh, more the what you normally see as far as like a cigar box, kind of like a rectangle one.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like I said, because this was my first cigar box, I didn't want to have to worry about like painting around or over the hinges and all that. So I said, let me choose this box because it doesn't have those parts.
So Elizabeth says, thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
And then Connie says, oh geez, mine sells them for $5.
Now, guys, $1, $1. And I see people selling them too online for like $5 a piece. So
That looks great.
you like that?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the side.
I love it. So we do have a question asking, what color are you going to paint the sides?
The
Paint
side.
the front and back.
So, like I said, I kind of want to do, I think I'm going to do dark, like Java brown dark, like this.
Ooh.
But then I'm going to, splatter in like a lighter tan, and then maybe even like a little bit of white. So again, it has that patina. I don't think we ever answered what patina was. Are you able to do that, Teri? Because I always thought patina was just like where it had the blue and that rusty color, but apparently patina is just where you have that combination of colors. Is that right?
Well, patina is actually something that happens from water, right? So it's if you look at the patinas, it's got like a little bit of the rust color. It has a little bit of the greens and the blues. It's usually that when it's oxidized from the water and the salts and everything that's happening in the water. So when you get the patina, it has a combination of those blues, the turquoise, the rust. So the when it patinas is actually what is happening to that metal the piece, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So
We just have one more. One more.
everybody's loving this box. They're saying they need to find a box to make the box.
I will,
Oh, so it seems like you have a smoking deal, no pun intended, on your cigar box. It looks like most of the places that folks have around them say that, yeah, usually $5 and up for the
Really?
boxes.
Yeah, I just started buying them like crazy when I found them a few months ago. So I have like 10 or 12 of them over there that I paid $1. And that's that. Okay, so that's our unfinished side, but this is our top so far. This is our side.
Very pretty.
And let's
Love the box.
whoops.
Diane Dunkelman says, I love this box. Grace is saying, I want to make this.
You want to make it, Grace?
I love it. Lois said, did my homework, liked, shared, and commented.
Thank you, Douglas. Yeah, I was telling them all earlier about the papers that you gift away, and I said, make sure you're doing all the stuff.
Yes. So every Saturday after Creative Hour, Decoupage Queen gives away a goodie bag every Saturday. So, yeah.
Okay, so that is all of our trim. So we've got the two sides, we've got the top, and now, what time is it? What do we have? About 10 minutes, Teri?
Yes.
Okay. So I really, like I said, I hadn't fully thought this process through because I was contemplating using other paper, but putting them with these two papers earlier, I realized I think it's just too much, going on. So let's just try.
Oh, I love that, Lisa. So Lisa Siegel said, my dad smoked cigars. I used to save the boxes for her students to paint or decorate.
Oh, neat. Yes. So I already, unfortunately, painted this the white, so it's probably, well, it might not because we're going to patina. We're going to try to get that patinaed look, so that white bleeding through might not be a terrible thing. I mean, or we could just leave it brown, and then I could put whatever I find as an embellishment.
So Benet says, sponge the different colors.
Yes. Yep.
And then Della Warren says, you work great under pressure.
I do, Della. Well, thank you.
And Pam says, antiquing would be pretty.
Yeah, we could have done that, actually. I could have just left that white surface and then used like the Tim Holtz or
Uh-huh.
and just antiqued it, but it's okay. We're here now. We're here now.
A girl named Kim and her craft says, leather look, question mark.
Oh, you know what, you guys? That's what I wanted to do. I did have a thought, and now I totally forgot. You guys have seen me do that technique before. What I wanted to do, and I completely forgot about it, was I wanted to take crinkled up tissue paper and Mod.
Oh, for some texture, yes.
And I feel like that's what I want to do to this.
It's just paint.
Yes, exactly. But now I feel like I have to at least finish the paint.
So listen to this. How amazing is this? Kathleen Rose says, I have a cigar shop right next to my office. I think I will ask him if I can buy some boxes. I know him really well, so maybe he will give me a good price. Thanks for teaching how to make a beautiful box.
Oh, of course. I'm glad you guys were here because this is literally my first. And they can be a little intimidating, so don't be intimidated. Just do it. And like Teri just said, it's just paint, so if it doesn't go your way, paint over it.
Mm-hmm.
Or get another box. Although at $5 a box.
If it's $1 a box, get another box. If $5 a box, yeah, just paint over it.
I'm going to pop this off if I can. Nope.
Deanna said you could put the wrinkled paper on top of the brown paint.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I just want to get in there.
Lisa Siegel says crackle paste would be nice too.
I don't have crackle paste. Do you just mean crackle like in like the crackle effect, or is that a specific product?
We do have crackle paste at Pintart.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to try out some of those products. I watch some of the other creators that work with your products, Teri, and they do such amazing work with all the different products.
Yes.
So
I love how the prints and feet and bling all go together.
thank you, whoever said that.
Oh, sorry, that was not very nice.
Oh,
that was Elizabeth Kuna.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Great choice of prints, says Elizabeth. And then Kathy, Creatively Kathy, says the color is perfect with the rest of the box.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna do that with you guys because we have about 4 minutes left. But what I'm gonna do is I am going to, on this side and the side we just painted, I am going to crinkle the tissue paper. And again, if you've been with me before, I'm sure you've seen me do that. You just crinkle up the tissue paper, straighten it out, and then Mod Podge it right on the surface, just like we did these beautiful papers. And it'll give it like a raised kind of a textured appearance. And then once that's on there, then I can paint it this same color, but it'll have all the textures, and then I will rub and buff so that those textured parts have the gold shine. And I think that will really kind of complete it. And if I happen to find an embellishment to stick here, I'll do that. But if not, that's okay too.
Grace Gutzler says, sounds amazing. And is it Tesh? Says, hello, Lisa and friends.
Hi, Tesh. How are you?
Fiona says, sounds like a plan. Oh, Lois says, wow, never heard of that technique. Thank you.
The crinkled paper?
I think so, yes.
Oh, it's amazing, Lois. You know what? Later on today, I will share to my page one of the prior videos where we did it. We did it for Valentine's Day hearts. We textured like a Dollar Tree plastic heart with it, and it came out so good. I'm trying to think. Oh, and I made the cards with that. My sister's Valentine's Day card that I never gave her. It's back there.
The thought that counts. The thought that counts.
Yeah, she probably watched me make it, so she knows what it looks like.
There you go.
Knows I really made it for her.
Della Warren said, I did that trick on a cigar box you showed us. Turned out beautiful.
Did it? Awesome.
And Sandy Morgante says, you are the rub and buff queen. Sorry about that, Lisa.
Sandy, you know what? I was for a while there. I used it on every project, and then I took a break from it. I don't feel like I've used it in a minute, so. But yes, for a little while, I was putting it on everything. It's like when you find a product that you really like, and then you want to do it with everything. That was kind of what happened. So for you guys that are saying you did certain crafts and all of that, I didn't mention, if you're not a part of my private group, which is Crazy Craftin' Crew, definitely go over if you would like to join there, and feel free to share any of your creations. Because I love to see that. I love when you guys send me pictures of your stuff that you make, or things that I might have inspired you to do. I love, love, love it. So
can you tell me what that thumbnail looks like? Is it two hands, or
Yep.
Is it the two hands? Okay. So let me pop in the link to her group right here. So here you go. So Tesh, you're not going crazy. Lisa's on with Decoupage Queen today, creative hour. So she has her phone turned in landscape, and it is just pointed down. That's why you can't see her head.
I'm here, Tash.
She's like, what's happening? Is there something wrong with my phone?
Oh, no. Sorry. I know I'm not used to doing things in landscape, so it's bizarre to me too. But okay, so that's where I think that's where we're gonna leave it. We have the top.
Beautiful.
I am going to permanently put these down. I will use probably the E6000. I just wanted to get them on there for you guys to see. And that's the sides with my glue strings hanging with the feet. That's the other side with our feet. And then this is going to be textured brown with gold rub and buff, and it's going to be gorgeous. So I will definitely post the final picture once I get that done, which will be today. So be on the lookout for that.
And I will have Lisa send it to me as well, so we can post it on DQ and also put it in the newsletter. So absolutely amazing.
Thank you. And thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. We have the best crew in here.
If you want to point up and then they can see that, yes, I promise it's Lisa. There she is. So if you can see, everybody's saying that it looks great. It's beautiful, lovely box. So all the things. So thank you all so much. Perfect choice of papers and colors. It looks fantastic, says Sue.
Thank you.
So thank you guys all so much. Don't go anywhere because look at this. So
Woo!
we always appreciate when you guys do all the things, and our way of saying thank you is just for us to give you guys a little goodie bag. So let's shuffle up the names and good luck.
Luck, everyone.
Shannon Booth. Shannon Booth, congratulations, Shannon. So if you can please do me a favor and please email me at Teri@decoupagequeen.com. The address is right here up on your screen. And send me your address so I can get out your goodie bags. Please make sure it's TERI, 1R, so it actually gets to me, Teri@decoupagequeen.com, and I will get you out of goodie bags. But thank you so very much, Lisa. That was amazing.
Thank you guys. Thank you for having me, and thank you guys for coming and watching and spending some of your Saturday. Love you all.
Yep. So everyone, again, we're here every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next weekend, I have Justin from the Crafty Brother, or Just Craftin'. So please make sure you join us next Saturday. But we hope you have an amazing weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.